So I just saw The Wild Robot, and here are four reasons why I think you should too. Number one is the feels. If you are a human being with a heart that beats, this movie will get to you. It is such a beautiful story that really goes into the core of our primal need for love, connection, compassion. By the end of it, it had my entire audience audibly weeping and also clapping as soon as the end credits rolled because it was such a uniquely human and beautiful experience that we all just shared. Reason number two why you should watch The Wild Robot is because it is just such an amazing feat of animation. It is a stunningly beautiful movie. Every single frame, every single scene is just so beautiful to look at. It honestly kind of hypnotizes you, which I think makes the movie that much more appealing, especially if you see it on a big screen, which I highly recommend seeing it on the biggest screen possible because all of the colors, the character design is so unique and new, but yet also very familiar. My props go out to all of the animators who were behind this movie because you can clearly tell that they poured their heart, sweat, and tears into this movie, and it really paid off. And it's just such a beautiful movie to look at. Reason number three to see The Wild Robot is because it has a stellar cast who is at the top of their game. No one is phoning it in this movie. As Roz, our titular Wild Robot, we have Lupita Nyong'o giving, not exaggerating, probably one of the best performances of her career here. She starts off as, a very polite, very robotic, very measured and calculated robot. But as the film goes on, as her character evolves, as she evolves and grows, her voice becomes something a lot more familiar, a lot more warmth, a lot more human. And she does so in a way that is so subtle yet effective and powerful that I really do think that while the animation, everything, and the story is great, Lupita Nyong'o really is the heart of this movie and really ties this film together and takes us on this wild journey of this wild robot. But she's also supported by some really great voice work from her fellow cast, including Pedro Pascal, who is a Sly Fox who is in search of friends, who is very standoffish at first because he has such a deep need for love, and there's so many more layers to his character. Um, and Kit Connor also is in this movie and does a really wonderful job playing Bright Bill, who is this runt goose who our titular character kind of has to take care of and is her new task. And he does a great job portraying what it is to be a young, naive being on this earth, just trying to fit in search of connection, in search of others who are like him and who will include them in their tribe. And those three are just the leads of this movie. We also have a slew of amazing and very talented actors. We have Catherine O'Hara, Bill Nye, Mark Hamill, Stephanie Shu, like people who are arguably at the top of their games in their careers, lending their voices to this beautiful, beautiful movie and adding so much dimension to it. Highly recommend just for the voice work alone. Reason number four is the message of this movie. This movie has so many different themes and messages. One is about the strong bond between parent and child, how it is messy, how it is chaotic, how it is hard, how it is lovely, how it is beautiful. All of those things are true often at the same time. And it does such a great job at portraying that relationship and how ultimately, whether it is your biological family, whether it is your found family, we all striving to live in a tribe because that is how we survive, which perfectly leads into the other theme of the movie, and it is using kindness as a survival instinct, as a survival skill. Oftentimes kindness is looked at as weakness, as naivete, but that's not true. A simple act of kindness and compassion can start a chain reaction and change the environment around you, whether it be the wild where everyone is either prey or predator, eat or be eaten, or society as we know it, um, everywhere around us. A simple act of kindness is so courageous and it really does have the potential to change you, to change those around you. And we are more than what we are programmed to do. And if we learn kindness, then we will receive kindness in turn. And I think that that's a beautiful message. And one of the many reasons that The Wild Robot is worth seeing, and worth seeing on the big screen. Take your little ones, take your family, take your friends. You will come out of this movie wanting to be a better person. And I think that that is the highest compliment that I can pay this movie. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, if you like movies, feel free to like and subscribe. And I will post again very, very soon. Go see The Wild Robot.